In the port of Veracruz in Mexico, we found ourselves trapped and were able to escape, but at the cost of our magnificent ship.
The Albatross. As a captain, I understand how hard that must be.
It was terrible to see it burning because of that assassin Shadow. We were locked up as prisoners and treated as if we were sick and carrying the plague. And we didn't know what had become of Jojo. But we never gave up and finally managed to escape, overcoming every obstacle. However, I had lost something else that terrible day, something that I was not willing to give up.
Raise them some more. By Uncle Neptune's beard, we have to pick up more speed.
We've raised the sails as high as we can. We won't go faster.
This is one ugly ship we took.
Well, at least there's nothing missing in the gallery.
Let's biscotti!
I have to go back to Veracruz.
Are you crazy?
When the Albatross was burned down, the Codex was still on board. I have to see for myself if it was absolutely destroyed in the fire, or see if I might be able to recover it.
No, I'm sorry. You're saying you want us to turn around and risk our necks with the Spanish again, just to see if you can find one book from a burning ship. I agree. You're crazy.
The Codex isn't just an ordinary book, and I never intended to put all of your lives in jeopardy over this. So I'm gonna go by myself.
You can't go back there alone. You'll be running right into the hands of Blade and Shadow.
Well then, I am not giving you permission. And if you don't listen to me, then I'm gonna have to confine you to your room.
That book was given to me by Dr. Livesey, and I have to protect it. I only ask that you get me closer to the coast and I'll handle the rest.
Look at you, trying to be a hero. And do you know what heroes really are? They're people like me who put themselves in harm's way without thinking it through.
I don't think I'm a hero, but we have to save the world from a terrible threat, and the Codex is the only hope we have of finding out how to stop it.
If Ben were alive, he'd be agreeing with Captain Jim. And in his opinion, we should be coming up with a good plan of action instead of talking.
I already have a plan. I'll throw together a disguise, go into town, find out more information, sneak in and take the Codex, and then you guys return to pick me up.
Oh, brilliant. And while you're at it, maybe you can visit the Viceroy and give him our best wishes.
I think Long John is right. This is a bad idea. What if you get into trouble and really need help?
Then what if I brought Flint? I could use him as a contact between me and you. What do you say? Flint, do you feel ready?
Flint ready!
I trusted you, Don Pereira, and this is what I got? The town in a panic and the prisoners have escaped?
The panic will soon subside. The supposed plague brought by the pirates turned out to be only a deceitful ruse, a desperate attempt by those scoundrels to sow chaos among the people. But we have to recapture the fugitives. I can raise anchor on my frigate right away, but I need more ships.
I'll spare none of my ships just to chase down a group of troublemakers, especially not if their only weapon was just an annoying skin rash.
In that case, I'll manage on my own. I'm quite used to not relying on anyone else anyway.
Your Excellence, pay no attention to the way Lord Blake spoke to you. He's counting on your alliance more than ever.
That's very good then, because I want to make some revisions to our agreement.
There is always a tough lock that just wants to make everything difficult.
Well, then it's certainly getting exactly what it wants.
Don't give up yet, my boy.
We looked through these old clothes. I think we can use these to make you look like a Spanish sailor. What do you think?
I think it could work, but I also think I'm a little too pale to pass for Spanish.
I'm going to prepare some makeup for your skin. I've used it before for some of my own misdeeds. It's very convincing.
And Flint is now ready to go. I've trained him well, and now he'll be the perfect messenger. Let's show him, Flint. If you can bring me back the ticket that I planted in the bow, then you can have this biscuit.
Flint to the ticket!
Not that way. Didn't you hear me tell you to go to the bow?
Well, he's not the best messenger now, but there's still time to improve. Hopefully he'll be better by tomorrow.
As Spanish looking as you can get.
Ooh,
So how do I look?
Authentic.
Promise you'll come back to us soon, Jim Hawkins.
This seems like a good place to spend the night. We should try to rest now, Flint. I feel like tomorrow's going to be a hard day. Good night, my little friend.
Flint! My friend! Flint says good night, my friend! Wow.
Now let's see if Blade and Shadow are still here and where they might be. If the Codex has been stolen, then they're the ones who would do it. That's the governor's flagship. I have to get on board somehow.
What will you do when you get back to England? Find a new ship to board or settle down?
Settle down? Are you crazy? I prefer the sea.
I'm going back to Cornwall. I'd still be there if that lousy recruiter hadn't bought me so many drinks at the village tavern that night.
Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt you, gentlemen, but if you need extra help, well, I really need to make some extra money.
Go out to our ships. They're getting ready to board. They always need a couple of extra hands.
Hey, I like your little parrot friend. What do you call him?
Pedro.
Flint, the pirate!
Ah, so he speaks. But is he called Pedro or Flint? And how does he speak English? Where did you find him?
I think that he came from another ship. I thought he ran away and I found him and called him Pedro.
Well, I like him. And if you really need money like you said, I'll buy him right now. I'm offering 1 Spanish gold doubloon.
Oh, no, sir. You see, Pedro isn't for sale. He's my friend.
All right, then. Get out of here, kid.
Hurry. We have to set sail tonight. Move it along.
Mister, I can work. I'm very strong.
Very well. The pay is good, all inclusive. If you're gonna join us, start with that load.
I have to find a way to reach the lower cabins.
Hey, what are you doing? How do I know you didn't break in here to steal from us?
Oh, no, sir. I swear I'm not. I got lost.
Then you go back that way.
Well, how am I going to make my way to the stern? There are too many sailors on board.
I don't take no for an answer. I say the parrot belongs to me now.
Huh?
And here's 1 Spanish gold doubloon. I might be a pirate, but I'm not a crook.
Flint pirate! Flint pirate!
Pedro, my old friend, it's all for the best. I'll take the doubloon, and you can go with the sailor.
Such loyal friends. But then, throw in 1 doubloon and it's all over.
There's no other choice. I have to change the plan and try to save Flint. I'll have to be a stowaway.
Oh, Captain! All hands on deck! All hands on deck! Oh, Captain!
You will route us to Port Royal.
Don't think too much about getting silver. Now that we have the Codex, the mysterious book of magic, we have a weapon we can use to fight against whoever we want.
Yes, and once I'm released from that demon Huracan, it means my revenge will have fewer obstacles.
With all this darkness, how will we see Flint?
Be calm, my little lady. Flint won't come before tomorrow. If he doesn't, we're given 1 day before we decide to change course.
Then what? Are we gonna give up on Jim?
No, it means that Jim didn't find the book in Veracruz, so he made his way onto one of Blade's ships. So we'll follow it by setting a course for Jamaica.
Right under Blade's nose? And with the shadow there too? This is insanity.
That's what I told him, but that's Jim for you. You know how stubborn he can be.
So why are you only just now telling us about all these plans? And why didn't Jim tell us himself?
Because he knew you wouldn't agree to it. So I promised not to tell you until you needed to know. There's no need to argue about it now. Tomorrow is another day. Curses, Jim. I'm gonna die of a broken heart. That Uncle Neptune better watch your back.
What is it? Did you find something inside? That book? Incarnations? Antidotes? How long is this reading going to take you?
Oh, Flint pirate! All hands on deck! All hands on deck! Flint pirate!
You crazy parrot! Stop talking or I'll give you something to screech about.
That parrot, where did you find it? Give me the details.
Sir, pay no attention to him. I bought him from Veracruz, and I don't know where he comes from. See, I was just sitting and having a drink with a friend. I bought him from a boy, and I paid for him. I didn't steal it, Mr. Shadow, I swear.
I didn't ask you if you stole it. I need to know where, when, and how. Describe the boy you bought him from. His age, his features, tell me!
Yes, sir. At the port, before we set sail, a boy was about, I think, 13 years old. He was just a typical Mexican beggar.
I heard him speak perfect English, but I could have been wrong. I forget.
When and where was the last time you saw this boy around?
Sir, the boy had come aboard looking for work, but I found him wandering around in the cargo hold. So I told him to get out.
There aren't any beggars in Mexico who can speak English. It was Hawkins in disguise. He's come here to take back the Codex.
Ah, danger! Ah!
Everyone listen to me closely. There's a stowaway on board. He's a boy, 13 years old, dressed as a beggar. Search the entire ship. Flip over every table if that's what it takes. But I want him found.
As you request, Commander. What are you waiting for, you dogs? I want this crew to be all over this ship. I have this situation under control.
I hope for your sake you are, Captain.
Put 2 armed guards in front of my cabin. Tell them to shoot on sight if the boy comes for the book.
You better not even miss a corner.
What do they want? Flint? Shadow must have recognized him. I have to escape.
Nothing over here either. Let's try the other side.
Good, they didn't see me. I have to keep going.
Sleep. Sleep, young medicine man. No one will find you.
Now watch it.
Lord Blade, I'm ashamed to tell you this, but we found no trace of a stowaway being on board.
My lord, I personally searched throughout the whole ship. I checked every inch of the galley and the armor, and I also looked as far down as the rudder, just to be sure. But I can assure you, on the heads of my children, there's no stowaway here.
Hawkins, I know you're here. If you can hear me, turn yourself over or say goodbye to the parrot. You have 5 seconds to come out, or it will be too late. 1, 2,
Keep sleeping, young medicine man.
3, 4, 5.
Retreat! Retreat!
Ugh. I don't think I've ever been so dirty in my whole life. Huh? Flint, you old pirate? Come here, my friend. So you got away. You sure did. You little scoundrel, how did you do it?
Flint, fruit!
Shadow could recognize you, right? I knew it right away when I saw that they were looking for me. But then I don't remember anything. I think I fell asleep from just sheer exhaustion, and I stayed asleep until the ship was just about to dock. And you? How did you manage to escape and find your way back to me, in spite of everything? Speak up. Well, apparently we both share a lucky star. I hope it can last, because tonight you and I have to go looking for the Codex.
Hurry up with the garbage. We still sweep the entire floor and clean the chimneys. It's on fire! Someone help! The wagon's on fire! What? Come on, we gotta catch it! The governor will have our heads for sure!
I told you we shouldn't have left the garbage unattended!
Oh, you're so smart!
Will you guys shut up and keep running?
Do you see this, Flint? When we helped Long John escape, we came from there. Now I want you to fly this stick all the way up there and put it into the hole. The stick into the hole, do you understand? Go on.
Stick goes into the hole!
Way to go, Flint! Now I'll climb up the rope.
Flint, put the stick in the hole!
Yes, that's right. I'll be right up.
Welcome aboard, Captain!
Thank you, Flint. Hurry, take this and walk in front of me. We have to get to the bottom of this casing. We'll be arriving in the heart of Blade Estate. Shh, we needed absolute silence. We've entered the lion's den. I don't get it. The Codex isn't in here. But where else could he possibly keep it?
Everything is fine, my lord. It was just a silly accident started by those foolish crooks.
Very well. But tell the garrison to stay on high alert tonight.
My lord, I've been studying the Codex all night. With your permission, I would like to go to bed.
I'm retiring. You may do as you wish.
Okay, Flint. Now we know exactly where we have to look. But we have to wait a bit longer to make sure that the assassin is fast asleep and won't wake up on us.
Blade didn't believe me, but I've been expecting you, young Master Hawkins. When I heard the wagon had caught fire, I knew you were coming. I can make you a deal. If you don't want me to feed your parrot to the ravens, then talk. Tell me how to find your friends.
Fly, Flint, fly!
You!
Retreat!
I will get you, Hawkins! You will not get away!
No, it's useless.
Go on, Flint. Look for our friends. Try to find our crew. Tell them they'll find me here. I'm going to hide myself in the forest along the coastline.
Flint! Look for the crew!
The zombies!
Wake up! Get the boy! Grab him! What are you doing? Obey me!
It's useless. Huracan, he's been protecting the boy this whole time. He helped him escape from my room when I had my gun aimed at him.
Slave, did you really believe it would be that easy to get rid of me? Did you really think that you and your assassin could win a fight against me and the wisdom of my people? Get back to my mission, back to my vengeance, and don't let me catch you meddling with these fools again, or I promise you'll face real punishment.
Yes, they're here! They all made it! Our battle still must carry on, you heartless villains! On for Dr. Livesey, for all the friends we've lost, for all of us! This isn't over yet!
I'm really surprised by all this, Jim. You took on a very risky mission all by yourself, and all to recover this one book.
It contains thousands of years of wisdom from the Native Americans, and it's Dr. Livesey's legacy. I just couldn't betray his memory.
Not to mention, you were hoping you would find the key to stopping the threat of zombies.
That's true. And when I think of all the risks that we took in order to do that, it still gives me goosebumps. I had to travel as a stowaway, while Shadow continued to hunt for me. I had slipped into the heart of Blade's estate. I even stumbled across his army of the dead. In the end, I had succeeded and returned with the Codex, while another huge surprise would be waiting for us all.
Don't do that again!
Hey!
Huh?
We have to open as many sails as possible. Blade gonna come looking for us any minute.
As you command, First Mate Silver.
As you command, First Mate!
For some reason, that cutthroat hasn't even noticed us. What on earth could be holding him up?
We have to go back to Veracruz now.
Veracruz?
but our agreement with the Spanish had been made very clear. I don't think we should go back and bother the Viceroy again.
I must tell you, a dramatic development has happened. We must speed up the progress of our plan or all will be lost.
Well, if things weren't as sudden as you'd say, I'd try to go with you, but please let me know what happens.
You will know everything once we arrive there. I'll see you at the port.
Way to go, little sister. It looks like you're going to be quite the sailor. Our father, the captain, would be so proud.
Oh, Captain Hawkins! All sails are unfurled, including the jibs, the skysail, and the high topsail.
It's foretopsail, like the mast.
You're right. I remember now. All the sails are raised, just like the captain ordered.
And we're gonna need them. This blasted thing is slower than a drunken sailor.
What? Drunken sailors, John. Too slow.
Sails on the horizon, coming in off the bow.
Huh? Off the bow? But where did they come from?
No black sails among them.
If they're not Blade, then who are they? We should keep our distance and try to ignore them. Here, Captain Hawkins. The telescope.
They're all carrying the Jolly Roger. They're pirates.
Other pirates? How can that be?
Excellent. The latest dispatch from Santiago de Cuba. 20 other pirate ships have been spotted coming from Paso de los Vientos.
Another 20? But how are we supposed to stop all these criminals?
Your Excellence, forgive my sudden intrusion, but the situation has become extremely serious.
What? More than 200 pirate ships have appeared in the last few days. So tell me, is this the result of your glorious destruction of Tortuga? Is it?
Yes, the conquest of Tortuga was an important step in our war, but it was by no means the end of it.
Your Excellence, there was no way we could possibly foresee what's been happening. Let me see if I can explain it to you.
Bah. Crush one scorpion and 10 more show up. If you have an explanation for any of this, then tell me.
They're pirates that come from all over the ocean. These rogues have come from the east and from the west to try to avenge their fallen comrades, the ones I've destroyed.
So then, the destruction of Tortuga didn't help us at all. No, in fact, the situation is even worse.
Quite the contrary. This is just another opportunity to strengthen our resolve. Those bandits have come together because they understand that my plan is going to threaten them all, no matter where they are, and they want to stop it. But now, more than ever, is the time to strike. It's a perfect opportunity to force the pirates out into open battle, and to cut off their escape. Now, more than ever, is the time to gather ourselves as the forces of good, the forces of the law, the forces of the Five Kingdoms must unite, now! It's now or never. The Five Kingdoms will fight against all the pirates of the world, to restore peace on the seas, for a complete and total victory. It's them or us!
Yes, you're right, Blade. It's them or us, now or never. Gentlemen, our moment is now, and we must answer the call. Send communications out to the governors of Puerto Rico, Cartagena, and Havana. It's a general alert. All ships and men capable of fighting are to be mobilized.
Your Excellency, I think that you should alert the French forces of New Orleans. You have a much better relationship with them than Britain.
Right. Now we can be in charge of warning the Dutch. Meanwhile, the Portuguese...
I took the liberty of sending the message to the Viceroy of Brazil, so my compatriots are going to do their part.
Today is a great day. The alliance of the Five Kingdoms will be tested in the fire of battle. We will triumph, and we will be remembered as heroes for centuries to come.
Yeah, those are pirates, without a doubt. And they seem to be from the four corners of the globe.
A lot of different colors.
Look what I found in the captain's cabin. For him, it was a trophy of war. For us, our salvation.
We have to change the flag at once or we're doomed.
Ben is so happy. It looks like one big family reunion.
You could say that, Ben. We're part of the Brotherhood. Listen, kids. I don't know if I can recognize them all, but I can try. Those ships are certainly India. Those others there, I would say they're Malaysian.
Malaysian? But where do Malaysians come from?
Why, from Malaysia. That's even farther east than India.
Oh, look, Jim! They have a ship that looks just like the Albatross.
Those men are the Arabs, while those others are... Where are they from, Long John?
Those are Turks, and that's one of their galleys. That's the kind of ship they sentence convicts to row together in chains.
Hey, look at those guys. All those tattoos. Where do they come from?
They're from the Pacific Islands.
And look at that beautiful ship. It's so lovely, but it has such a different form from the rest of them.
Yes, that belongs to the Chinese. All of this is very nice, but what are they doing here in the Caribbean? Gentlemen, brothers, fellow esteemed pirates, I wish to welcome you to these troubled waters. We're the pirates of the now lost vessel, the Albatross, imprisoned in Veracruz, and yet escaped miraculously from Spanish torture.
My name is Captain Jim Hawkins, and this here is my first mate, Long John Silver.
Oh, Captain Hawkins! It's Captain Hawkins!
Greetings to you, my friends. But to us, you do not seem to be such a fearsome crew of pirates. You aren't by chance just a petty group of thieves out to steal ships.
My crew is not made up of thieves. I defended the island of Tortuga with honor, and I have fought against the evil governor of Jamaica, Lord Blade.
Please accept my humble apologies, good Captain Hawkins. I would like to invite you to join us for the greatest feat to ever be achieved by pirates. Huh? What's wrong? Don't you know? The Great Golden Fleet is about to set sail.
The Great Gold? What now?
The largest gold shipment ever seen in history is going to be sailing from the Americas to Europe, across an ocean free of pirates.
They say there will be at least 200 cargo ships, and that each will be filled with the yellow metal.
And precious stones as well. Rubies, emeralds, diamonds.
A treasure like no one has ever been able to even dream of.
It will be very well defended, of course, but have you ever seen this many pirates together? With such a crew, that treasure will be ours.
Treasure! All ours! All ours!
Long John, I think that this obviously smells like a trap.
Right. I think we should play along, but we have to be careful. Let me handle it. Well, this is some extraordinary news.
But I'm afraid we do not know which harbor it's going to. You said you escaped from Veracruz. Do you have any information?
My brothers, I'll admit we're confused. A cargo as amazing as you say would have surely been heard of in every corner of the Caribbean, including us.
You wouldn't have been able to, and I think that seems normal. You were locked up in prison.
But the news has been confirmed. Old Ibrahim saw the treasure with his own eyes.
I was once in the chains of those heartless Spanish who even made me unload their own treasures for them. And I can tell you it was quite a sight to behold.
And you saw this gold shipment? You saw it in all the cases?
Oh no, only in one. But I could tell that the rest were all equally heavy.
And how did you manage to get away from them?
Enough of that. Ibrahim is an esteemed pirate. To us, his word is sacred.
Oh, of course. I was just getting curious.
We're not that naive, Mr. Silver. We sent our own spies to verify the information. Soon we will have it all confirmed.
What do you say we mount an attack on Veracruz, just to help us all kill some time?
All hands on deck! All hands on deck! Up!
Strategically, that would be a big mistake. They could sink us to the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico, and even the smallest blockade could damage our flotilla.
My captain knows what he's saying. We should set up our base at a more defensible location, and there's nowhere better than Tortuga.
It's destroyed, but we could fix it up very nicely. I meant to say that we can make it our safe haven as it used to be.
It would be an honor for me if I could go out to visit it with you.
Well, let's get going then. Bow to Tortuga!
The net has been cast. My spies confirm that they've spread the false news to all the Caribbean ports.
Perfect. The pirates will chase a treasure that doesn't exist, and the Royal Fleet will engage them in a large-scale battle. They will all fall into the trap that I've prepared. And now, I need you to return to Jamaica. While I'm commanding the fleet of the Five Kingdoms, you will need to lead my zombie army. We'll let the real battle with the pirates rage on and consume their spirits, and then, when their crews are weak and weary, you'll attack them like a wolf upon the lambs. In the end, all that die will be turned into zombies, and I will be at the command of the most terrible army the entire world has ever seen. It will be a new world with thousands of invincible soldiers who will worship at my feet!
I welcome this little human. I can see you've been executing my plan with more and more conviction.
Yes, I know. I know that this is your plan, but you told me that even with the army, I'd be given more power than what I have now.
And so you shall. Once you have completed my vengeance and transformed all the humans into your zombies, you will dominate this world just as I have promised you.
Huh?
As long as your icy servant doesn't try to plot against me.
That's enough suspicion. He's been committing himself to our plan. If it weren't for his large network of spies, then we wouldn't have the pirates where we want them.
Very well, but don't you start treating me like I'm a fool. For your sake, don't try to work against me anymore.
If you believe that I'm your enemy, then wouldn't you want to destroy me? I'm not indispensable.
I know you don't fear death, but tell me, aren't you afraid that you'll turn into the undead just like your friend here?
Nothing has changed. You may be a demon, but I don't fear you.
Too bad for you. Not being afraid is a mistake fools always make. Continue to do what you have started, and remember my warning to you.
We've attracted pirates here like flies on honey. What happened to Tortuga hasn't scared them away.
Blade wants to build a huge army of the living dead. It's just like your mother had said. This is about the whole world.
I really wish she was still here to help us out. I feel like I'm so useless without her.
We are all more useless than a broken ship. We know that is true, but we can't say anything.
But if that is true, then will there be a way for us to win?
Ben has always said that the truth makes you cold, but that people would always prefer to be kept warm with lies.
Then they really aren't gonna like this truth. Look at us, trying to fight Blade and all of his zombies.
For now, it's best that we don't tell them anything. They would just take us for fools. Or worse, they think we're spies sent to stop them. We'd end up being shark food. And I'm speaking in particular to someone who might have taken a liking to some of our new friends.
Huh? What do you mean, Long John? Care to explain?
I don't think I get it either. What did you mean?
Oh, don't worry about it, Lynn. They're just your typical boys, and they like to pick on poor defenseless girls like us.
Wait, Tracy Stanton is a poor defenseless girl? I never noticed that.
While you've been coordinating sailing with ships from other navies, you will still need to carry out orders from me. And for this, I'm asking you to train with my associate, whose techniques are infamous. His exceptional messenger crows ensure that we maintain our communication, and they'll give us a crucial tactical advantage over any of the moves of our enemies.
The dispatches have been sent to all parties. I set sail in the next few minutes. Allow me to wish you the best of luck.
Squire, your contributions have been essential. You were the very first person to believe in my project. My most loyal ally. I'll never forget it.
All for King George.
All for King George, and the glory of the Five Kingdoms. And to the greater detriment of all these imbeciles.
This island has everything. On the side of the mountain, there are several sources of fresh water. There should be plenty of it. To the right of the bay, there are piers which should be deep enough for us to dock our largest ships close by. On the other side, there's a forest where we can gather any wood and vegetation we need, and there are goats that we can use for milk and fresh meat. But for housing, it might be better to stay on the ships. Lately, I've heard that the hotels leave something to be desired.
We should send people out for supplies as soon as possible, but first, we'll discuss how to divide the treasure.
Well, it should be divided into equal portions among each individual pirate involved. No, the captain should be given a larger share. Perhaps, if you have a larger crew, then the captain should get more. But that's not fair! We have smaller ships and our crews are made up of even fewer men!
No, I want you to do it
Oh,
my
yeah?
way.
Oh, why don't you say that again? Maybe we could roll dice for it.
They look like a bunch of ducks getting fattened before they end up being cooked in a pot. Bah! They're already fighting over this treasure like dogs biting each other for a bone.
It's okay, Long John. Please don't make a scene. Not now.
Yeah, if you keep ranting like a madman, then you're gonna make Tracy look bad in front of her man.
Will you leave me alone?
Huh? Ah, I get it now. Message received.
Pardon me, but I had hoped you would be willing to act as my guide and come explore the island with me,
It's Stanton. Miss Tracy Stanton.
And I'm, of course, her younger sister, Lynn.
Yes. If you could give me just a moment, I'll be ready to show you around all the paths of Tortuga. Since the trails are so difficult, Lynn, it might be better if you stay here with the,
Oh, that's not a problem. Lynn here is more agile than a goat. My name is Jojo.
And I know that you're Captain Jim Hawkins. I'm very pleased to meet all of you. And my name is Wei Zhu.
When you say your name, it sounds like you're sneezing.
Lynn!
Come on, boys. Let's leave Tracy and Zhu to go on their walk by themselves. We don't really want to go running around the whole island, do we?
It's okay. You guys can come with us if you want to. Shall we go?
We call it martial arts, and we begin learning it from childhood in order to help us form our bodies and character at an early age.
And what is it like? Do you think you could maybe show us any of it?
Take these sticks and just imagine that they're swords, okay? Now try your best to attack me. I can see what move you're about to make in your facial expressions, so this is too easy.
That was great. Very impressive. But now a Fawn Warrior will show you how it's done. This is the leopard attack.
Huh?
But how did you do that?
Please, will you teach me to do that?
Huh?
Do what I do.
Huh?
Huh? Tracy, is it okay if I eat your... Oh,
shh.
Yeah, I understand. Sometimes you have to decide for yourself, and it looks like this is one of those times.
I just thought that today was wonderful.
Yes, I think it was good for all of us, but you helped make it really special. Huh? Please forgive me. I may have gone a little too far, and I didn't...
No, it's just... I don't want to hide anything else from you, so that means I have to tell you a terrible truth. But only if you promise that you'll believe what I'm saying.
Of course I trust you, Tracy. I will believe anything you tell me.
Huh? Oh, danger! Rob!
I dare one of you to call me a liar to my face in the daylight. You've been listening to a lie from the very beginning.
My brothers, rest assured that these unfortunate fools are going to be judged by the Council of Captains, and they'll suffer the proper punishment.
Long John! These two men are both members of my crew. We're ready to defend them to the death.
Both of them were spreading lies in order to sabotage our mission.
We were only telling the truth. Remember when they said they had spies who were going to confirm everything? Those spies said the convoys already sailed from Cartagena, and tomorrow it passes Cuba and Haiti.
And Ben, even though he's dead, he couldn't stay silent. Ben has seen too many brothers meet their end. Ben just couldn't let all of these other brothers go off to the same fate.
He started talking and, well, I just couldn't take it anymore either. But it's the truth. I told them all about Blade and the Shadow and those living carcasses that have taken so many friends from me. Friends with whom I shared rum and battles with. And they, of course, don't believe me. So now, we'll pay for it. But either way, we're doomed just the same. There's no escape.
Jim! Jojo! If my friends are going to suffer, then I'll suffer with them.
Shu, you are dishonoring our family.
Please forgive me, Father, but I am not dishonoring the family. Now, I am serving it with honor.
That's enough! Silence! I'm afraid I must humbly apologize. I can personally guarantee on my life that these madmen will no longer get in the way of our mission. For tonight, my men will take them prisoner, and tomorrow we're going to abandon them in the midst of the ruins of this island, where they will suffer in solitude for their foolishness. Now drop your swords, and I will not say it a second time.
What a terrible shame for As a father, he should
The
understand.
situation is completely crazy.
I don't feel so bad for
I don't
him.
understand anything. What the heck?
Let's celebrate!
Your new friends are going to be locked up here in the village. The two of us will go to the ship. You're going to have a lot to account for.